COVID-19 booster shot is now being recommended for everyone if you're 6 months and older. It just got federal approval. So when will the shots be available? Let's ask the doctor. Joining us, Dr. Bill Hartman, clinical trialist at UW Health. Is it me, Doc, or does everyone seem to have COVID right now? We're definitely seeing an uptick, right?
Oh, definitely seeing an uptick. And there's a lot of people. You can't go to work without seeing people out, or school without seeing people out. Here at university, we know that there's several cases of COVID in the dorms. It is definitely out and about, very contagious right now. We're not seeing a huge increase in the number of hospitalizations and deaths in proportion to the people who have COVID, but overall, this is still a virus that is with us in our community and something that we have to be aware of.
So it might be a little late here, but finally, here comes the booster. Now it's been approved. When will it actually show up on shelves? When can we roll up our sleeves?
Right, so the wait is over. FDA and CDC have both approved these new boosters by Pfizer and Moderna for people 6 months and older. The pharmacies like Walgreens and CVS are working to get their supplies up and running right now. Some of them in the area may even already have the vaccines available. You'd have to call and find out. But I would expect in the next week to 2 weeks that the supply should be sufficient for everyone who wants or needs one of these boosters.
I saw an interesting tweet from you. It might have actually been a retweet, but these shots, it may not actually prevent you from getting COVID, but it could prevent other things like long COVID?
Right. You know, a person like me who's otherwise extremely young, maybe not so much, and healthy, you know, I don't worry about COVID causing too much problem with me. If I get sick from it, that's fine, but I don't worry about dying from it. I do worry about long COVID and the long-term health issues that can result from long COVID. And so this is the debilitating part of COVID, and something that we still have to be aware of. This isn't just the common cold. This can have long-term effects, long COVID being the most important of those.
I've got a friend who's got long COVID. It's nothing to mess with. It's serious. Bombshell news from the FDA. Your over-the-counter decongestant doesn't work? Explain this to me. Right.
So the 3 large clinical trials have shown what we may have known for several years, actually, that phenylephrine, one of the popular drugs or medicines in over-the-counter cold medicines, it doesn't work in the oral preparation. It gets metabolized in your stomach and in your gut, and very, very little actually gets to your nasal passages, and so it's likely not to work at all. This is not a safety issue, it says the FDA. It's more of, this might just be a waste of money.
Yeah, a bogus pill. So the big question is, I mean, these things aren't going to be taken off the shelves, which is a little wild, but what should we be taking if we're all decongested?
Well, there's other preparations that are out there, like Afrin, or even the nasal preparations of phenylephrine will work. Things with Sudafed, you can ask your pharmacist for. It's behind the counter typically. Those are likely still to work. So there's still plenty of options out there. It's just the oral preparations with phenylephrine probably aren't going to do you as much good as you thought they would.
I need a box of tissues after this conversation, and I still think you look pretty young. Dr. Hartman, appreciate your time.
I appreciate it.